We begin tonight with the war in Ukraine and the protracted fight for new American military funding. Tens of billions of dollars, almost 2 years since the Russian invasion. That battle for money brought Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelenskyy to Congress and the White House today for a personal appeal. Zelenskyy facing continued skepticism from some congressional Republicans, while President Biden argued that blocking more aid for Ukraine will only play into Russia's hands. Zelenskyy dismissing suggestions that Ukraine might be willing to give up territory that's now occupied by Russia. With Congress divided on more funding, it was a tough mission today for Zelenskyy. It's where we begin tonight with senior White House correspondent Gabe Gutierrez.
Tonight, with the war raging and a brutal winter fast approaching, Ukrainian President Zelenskyy is making an urgent plea to Congress and President Biden.
In Ukraine, we are fighting for our country and freedom.
The U.S. has already sent $111 billion in military and humanitarian aid to Ukraine since Russia's invasion began. But that money's running out. The Biden administration has been urging Congress to approve a new $106 billion package that includes roughly $60 billion for Ukraine, as well as support for Israel and money to strengthen the U.S.-Mexico border.
Putin is banking on the United States failing to deliver for Ukraine. We must prove him wrong.
Zelensky's hastily planned U.S. trip is a dramatic difference from his first wartime visit last year, where he arrived to a hero's welcome. Today, Zelenskyy met with lawmakers behind closed doors. Skeptical Republicans want to overhaul immigration policies at the U.S. southern border before they sign off on any new money for Ukraine.
Our first condition on any national security supplemental spending package is about our own national security first. The border is an absolute catastrophe, and this is because of the policies of this White House and this administration.
The House Speaker also saying he wants an accounting of U.S. money already sent to Ukraine, and that Zelenskyy has not provided a clear strategy to win. The war has largely become a stalemate. In recent months, Ukraine taking back no major Russian-held territory as its latest counteroffensive mostly fizzled. But the White House, in newly declassified intelligence, says the Russian military has suffered more than 13,000 casualties since October. Meanwhile, Zelenskyy with a sharp rebuke for some Republicans calling for peace talks and suggesting Ukraine give up territory.
That's insane, to be honest. I have a question to these people if they are ready to give up their children to terrorists. I think no.
And Gabe, it seemed clear that Zelenskyy is looking for quick action here. When will Congress take all this on?
Lester, it's looking increasingly unlikely that a deal gets done this week before lawmakers head home for the holidays. These talks could drag on into January, something the Biden administration says could critically hamper the war effort.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.